Good evening, everyone. Welcome. We are waiting a little bit until everyone gets on board. We got some participants logging in. All right. See everybody getting in. All right. So good evening. My name is Angela Ventura. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the virtual family event created during COVID. I'm a prevention specialist at United Way of Broward County's Commission on Behavioral Health and Drug Prevention. First of all, thank you so much to United Way, to the Broward Behavioral Health Coalition, and to the amazing Western Way, Western Alliance for Youth team, for supporting and putting together this event. Created during COVID started back in June when we launched the initiative at a family launch event. And the goal was to invite our children and youth to share with us their creations, their feelings, their experiences during the pandemic. These are challenging times for everyone. The pandemic has affected our communities in so many levels: mental health, physical health, substance use, economic, social, and also has exposed gross inequalities of class and race. So we are living historic times. We are transitioning towards a new normal. But in the middle of all this, there is hope. The global display of solidarity representing multiple nationalities, generations, races, and education levels. That level of empathy, raising above the fear of the pandemic, that gives us hope. And today, coming together to see the amazing response of our children and youth, that gives us hope. We received 48 submissions full of feelings, deep thoughts, honest feedback, and a tremendous display of willingness to move on, create change, and give back to the community. And that gives us hope. So thank you all for being here today and for all the creativity and the support for our initiatives. Now, I want to introduce our special guest, Dr. Danielle Castellanos. Dr. Castellanos is a professor of psychiatry and pediatrics, as well as the founding chair of the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Health at FIU's College of Medicine. Let's welcome Dr. Danielle Castellanos.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that introduction. I appreciate it. I'm so glad to see everybody here virtually. And let me tell you, I was very impressed by all those submissions that I saw, that I reviewed. They were beautiful. And I can really appreciate how creativity, whether it's visual arts, whether it's spoken art, whether it's performing arts, that any of the arts are really, really important, not only during these particular times, but in general, right? Because if you view that art in general is the window to the soul, it really is a way of one kind of sharing how one's doing and how one is dealing with these, at times, challenging times, and how it can be very not only pleasurable to produce something, but really therapeutic, right? It can help you feel good when you produce something. And some of that work, all of that work was really amazing. So I congratulate each and every one of you that submitted works and engaged in that. Because we do know that these are challenging times. We do know that these are different times. And that what that means is that we step up to the plate with different ways of dealing with everything that's going on, including all the changes and all the differences, right? So I am very much in support of not only everyone's here, but all of these initiatives. And so with a real specific, I'm going to leave you with a very specific quote, an African proverb that goes like this: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And together, we shall move forward throughout all this. Good evening. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Castellanos. Very wise words. And we truly need to listen to our doctors during this pandemic, during the pandemic and all the time. So now I'm going to introduce our, Micah Robbins. He is full of fun and amazing tricks and prizes. And so we're going to have a lot of fun with Micah. Let's welcome Micah Robbins.
Good evening, everybody. Let's see who I can see. I can't see anybody. I'm here with my family. I hope you are here. And I have one. Well, one of my little guys is not quite as excited about this as everybody else is. But there's River. Say hi, River.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, see, we take a little pause and we're okay. So this is a great opportunity tonight. We want to welcome everybody, that our family into your family. We're going to get up here. And first and foremost, we want to... Oh, he doesn't want to watch Dad on the video. He wants to watch something else. You see how that is. We can understand how all how our families are working together in our homes right now. And as you can see, I have a perfect 2.5-year-old at that time. Okay. So anyway, as we all know, so we're all here together and are with our family, and as you are with yours, right, River? Yeah, okay, there we go. Sometimes we just have to change our scenery a little bit. That's how things work. So I have something to share with all you too. So tonight we're gonna do a couple things. First, we're gonna share a little information, then we're gonna have a little bit of fun, and we're gonna give away a couple prizes. Sound pretty good? And then we're gonna hear some from our young people, as Angela said. And as Dr. Castellanos said, and thank you so much for joining us, Doctor, is that these family times are great times to be creative together and have a lot of fun as well. So let's see here. I'll introduce some folks that we have here right now, as I want to hear from your families here in a little bit too. So one of the things we're going to do, because we're not in a regular Zoom room, so if you guys can communicate with the chat room, which will be really, really helpful. So first of all, I'm Micah. Yes, look, that's my son, River. Say hi. There we go. And this is where he sits. And our new puppy, Nana, who's now 41 pounds, and she's 15 weeks old, and our other dog, Nana. And our mom, Nicole, she's with us as well, and she's caring for 5 baby squirrels. So we're doing a lot of fun things in our house during COVID time, and we hope you are too. So, oh, okay. So he's going to actually entertain us as well here in a second too. River likes to play guitar. So we're going to start out here with our little tiny survey. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help to do this. And what we do is you're going to go in the chat. It's a very brief survey to learn about some things called protective factors. And these protective factors are the most important thing about what we do in this world of prevention. We feel like we're not preventing behaviors, but we're protecting our families and our communities from risky things, okay? So what we talk about tonight is really about reinforcing those things called protective factors. So here's our little survey. This is what we're gonna do. 5 whole questions, all right? And it'll be 1 through 5. So when you answer the question, you're just gonna put 1. So I'll ask the first question. You respond with 1, question 1, and then there'll be a number corresponding with the answer. So for example, it's one of those less likely, more likely, or that type of thing. We will have a corresponding number. So 1 through 5, all right? So I'll tell you what those are. and my son River is not as interested in taking this survey. So I'm going to work with that right now. Because as you guys know, sometimes our families don't always want to do exactly what we want to do when we want to do them, but that's okay. We will adjust. So first question on our survey. And seeing as it is dinner time around these parts, this is the first question's about. The first question is, how likely are you to have dinner as a whole family at least once a week? All right, so that's question 1. So you're going to respond with 1, and then here are your choices. 5, very likely. 4, somewhat likely. 3, not likely or unlikely. 2, unlikely. 1, very unlikely. All right, so 1 through 5. 5 is the big positive one. Okay, cool. Now, got that one? Cool. Number 2. How really familiar are you with community protective factors? All right, so that's question 2. So you're gonna respond with 2. And then the corresponding number. How familiar are you with community protective factors? 5, very familiar. 4, familiar. 3, somewhat familiar. 2, not very familiar. Or 1, not familiar at all. All right? So as you can see our trend here. 5 is like, whoa, I really know. 1, huh? Okay, see how this works? Okay, good. Question number 3. Told you, it's not very long. We're almost done. Question number 3. Question number 3 is, question number 3. How excited is River to be part of my thing tonight? Just kidding. That's not really the question. All right. The question is, how likely are you to engage in a community-based activity? You and your family should engage in a community-based activity. 5, very likely. You should all be answering this one. You're on this tonight. Very likely. 4, likely. 3, somewhat likely. 2, not very likely. Or 1, unlikely. Okay? Number 4. Almost done. Number 4. How often do you spend time in nature with your family? Good COVID question. In nature with your family. All right? Nature with your family. 5, very often. 4, often. 3, somewhat often. 2, not very often. Or 1, never in nature. Okay? And question number 5. Question number 5. How likely are you to engage in a family or community creative activity? Now, this could be anything like dancing, painting, coloring, making posters, anything creative. 5, very likely. 4, likely. 3, somewhat likely. 2, mostly unlikely. Or 1, not at all unlikely. That's it. Those are your 5 questions. That was the survey. I want to do is when I get back to the end, we're going to do some stuff right now. And then when we get back, I'm going to have some 5 follow-up questions to see how that has changed. All right. So you've already heard some great information from Dr. Castellanos, right? About how important it is to be creative. And our young people have provided some wonderful creative inputs tonight. So these are some things I want us to practice with together as a family. Okay, so today is a family. Is my little guy, he's in the not likely category right now, but it happens when you're 2.5. Okay, so here we go. Now, tonight's activity. Are you ready for? Oh wait, I almost forgot. I was thinking of my good friend Angela here. I got something to give you first. This is a 3-part series tonight, and it's not very long. Okay, we're getting River situated here. So the first thing we're going to do, are you ready for this? I'm actually going to give something away. Just for being here tonight, you have a chance. Oh, look at this. I love this. Thank you so much for everybody that's texting in their answers. We really appreciate it. Okay. All right. So as we get rolling here, I'm about to get away a $25 Visa gift card. Now, this is what we got to do. This is how we're going to win for those that are here early. For those that are here early. Now, River's making a new choice now. For those with 2.5-year-olds in the house, I feel you. We're with you. Now, we're going to give away a prize right now. And this is how we're going to do it. It's going to be completely random. So those that are here early, you get a better chance. And this is how it's going to work. You're going to see my face disappear for just a second. All right? And I'm going to take a random selection of those that are in the room. And my magic thumb is going to go through the magic spinometer and select a name. If you could please. Angela's going to put her email and my email. And Angela, if you put your email right in the chat, you're going to email Angela your address, mailing address, because we're going to mail this to you directly. Okay? Mail it to you directly. In the mail, U.S. Postal Service. Okay? That's how we're going to do it. Got it? Good. All right. So here we go. I am about ready to hit. Oh my gosh, there's so many people here tonight. And I'm going to randomly go up. I'm going to randomly go down. And we have a winner. And the winner is Lorena Flores Vasquez. Lorena Flores Vasquez. All right. So as we said before, please pop your name and your address, and it's going to go to Angela. There they are. Congratulations. And that's a $25 Visa gift card. You can do whatever you want with it. What I suggest is maybe throwing a little family dinner for your own, pizza night, something like that, or do whatever you'd like. Anything to help out in these times, we're going to try to do. All right. So one of the big things tonight that you are all here and having fun with, I hope you are gathered around one of your family spots. I'm gathering around one of my family spots here. I know my background looks like I'm in the mountains, but really I'm at home. And one of our family spots here is, of course, around the dining room table, where a lot of great things happen. Remember I told you we're going to talk about protective factors? Well, here is one of them. All right? Families that eat together at least once a week have a much higher probability of not engaging, especially youth, in high-risk behaviors. That includes substance use. That includes dangerous or injurious types of things, right? Less acts of bullying. And all kinds of wonderful ways to keep you safe. Why? Because it's a protective factor. Number one thing to help people feel safe and young people safe is a positive connection to the adults around them. What better place than around the table? You can share information. You can talk about the day. You are enjoying food. What can go wrong? All right? So this first activity, this first protective factor, and that's why I said, how well do you know your protective factors? Well, that's one of the biggest ones right there. Having a positive relationship with your adults. And what's a great place to do that? At the dining room table. So here's my first little activity for the group. And please just text in your answer because I can't talk to you because you can't talk to me. So you're going to send in your answers via chat. And the question is, and the activity is, your favorite family meal. Your favorite family meal? We want to know what it is. Now, also, not only your favorite family meal, I guarantee I'm going to see pizza at least 19 times, but I want you to stretch outside your comfort zone a little bit and into your comfort food zone a little bit and think about maybe one of those special family recipes, maybe something mom or dad makes, aunt and uncle, grandma, grandpa, that is so special and one of your favorite things to have. All right? So let's see what we have going on here. Ooh, someone just popped in chicken Alfredo. Shashi paneer, mac and cheese, enchiladas. Favorite Italian food. Oh my goodness. Dinner empanadas. There's a difference. There's a difference. My wife is Puerto Rican. We have dinner empanadas. We have empanadas for everything. It's fabulous. All right, tacos. It's only Wednesday. Someone having Wednesday tacos. It's not Tuesday. All right. Only one pizza? Ooh. I like pizza too. It's good. Okay, so family meal. Family meal. Okay. Oh, and another pizza. Another pizza. All right, now I'm going to have a follow-up to that one. Sushi. Look at this. So we've covered the gamut. We have Japanese, Italian, Indian, Mexican. Let's see here. All kinds of great things to eat. All right. So a chicken Alfredo. Ooh. All right. Tasty things. So having those at the table are fabulous. Okay. Next question. Oh, jerk chicken. They're still coming in. This is good. Jerk chicken too. Oh, now I'm getting hungry because we're doing this at dinner time, yet we're not eating till after the event. All right. Shepherd's pie. Oh, goodness. That's good stuff. All types of Caribbean food. Our favorite is cake. I didn't get to dessert yet. That was part 2. Someone's already jumping the gun. All right. You know what a dinner is. Now, I have an uncle. My uncle down here. My only family on my side of the family that's in Florida. He's like 117 years old. He's a fabulous guy. But he also has a really funny saying. He says the meal isn't complete without something sweet. So for the family that said cake, good stuff. We love cake too. Okay. Favorite desserts for your family. Favorite desserts for your family. Let's see them. Favorite desserts. Ooh, ice cream, brownies, chocolate chip cookies. Going right off the bat. 3 classics. 3 classics. Sweet potato pie, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Some more brownies, sundae. I think we need to put these things together. What if we put s'mores, ice cream, brownies, fruit into a sundae? Super dessert. I think it's a plan. Cake pops. Oh my gosh. Dutch apple pie with vanilla ice cream. You're killing me in a good way. Strudels. Okay. Our next contest is we're coming to some of your houses to eat dinner. All right. Awesome. Look at the key lime cheesecake. Is that even a thing? Thank goodness it is. This is fabulous. So as you can see the enthusiasm people have for the food they eat. I mean, I can't believe how fast people's keyboards and thumbs are giving that response in there. So lots of great things to eat and to enjoy. Now we got you warmed up. Your tummy's warmed up. All right. I'm going to ask you another question. When we're around, as I'm going on, more things coming. Cheesecake. Yes, cheesecake. All right. So we got you warmed up. Why do I get you warmed up with food? I'll tell you why. Because food is one of the great things that brings us all together. Everybody has a favorite thing to eat. And it's so important that even in these times, we find ways to do that together. Sometimes the resources aren't quite what they have been. That's when you can be creative. Some of those great family recipes came from times when nobody had a lot of stuff. So they just worked together as a family to make the best food they could. And guess what? It's probably the best food you're ever going to eat. So we encourage you, eat at home. Make your food together. Share those family recipes. Stretch those dollars and stretch those resources. Have leftovers. Leftovers are the best. Everything's better the next day, including cheesecake. All right? So when you're around the table, you're having a great time. You're enjoying your time together as a family. What I'd like you to do is think about that. And I told you about protective factors, right? So eating together as a family, positive relationship with adults, moms, dads, grandparents, aunts, uncles, positive adults in people's lives, kids eating together. Great stuff. Hey, brothers and sisters, think about how many times you've invited your friends over for dinner. Or one of your friends is having something you really like and you get invited over to dinner. I grew up in a really big neighborhood, and heck, everybody's house had like their specialty. So there was a pile of kids in different houses on any night of the week. Just pile in, eat, move on to the next place. We were like locusts, I tell you what. But think about that. When your friends get together and you're eating, and you're having maybe a pizza party or an ice cream party or an ice cream pizza party or a pizza on ice cream party, you're having a positive peer interaction. Your peer group, your group of friends, one of the most protective factors you can have. Positive peer relationships. That equals positive peer pressure. That equals helping you make critical decisions, helping people make choices when they feel they can't make the choices themselves. That can help keep you safe. Your friends, your good friends around you are a great protective factor, okay? So there's your protective factor number 2. So on that vein, we talked about food. Now you have your friends and your family gathered around. I'm going to ask you a question, and please, again, type into our chat. When you get around the table, what's one of the things you love to talk about? What's one of the things you love to talk about? All right? Topic. Go ahead. Let's find out something. Talk about food. I think that's a good thing to talk about. How the day went. Yeah, hey, how'd it go? Sports. Wish we had some more. Yeah, absolutely. What else do you talk about? The meaning of life. Well, you guys go deep on dinner, man. I think that mac and cheese gets you guys rolling. Talk about books. Books we've read. Ooh, books are good. The dog. Like I said, I have a new dog. Oh, how about tomorrow? So looking ahead, making a plan, right? These are all great things. You can talk about all this stuff, right? College. Ooh, I think some older kids in the room or some very young geniuses. Absolutely. Great time to talk about plans, future, daily activities, other things that are happening in the family, maybe house information, chores, stuff like that. Absolutely. Some of it's exciting, some of it's kind of ordinary, but it's all super important. And being able to share that information. Oh, so I just got, speaking of sharing information, I was just joined by my puppy again. Say hi, Nana. That's Nana. She's a giant sheepdog, and she's only 15 weeks old. So that's what we talk about at our house right now. How's Nana? How big is Nana? Please get down, Nana. Please don't eat my leg, Nana. All right. Oh, yes, she's really cute. So when we have our discussion, we talk about those things, right? And of course, we have a little one, so finding out how our little guy's doing. He loves to eat at the table, all right? I love to see that too. Did you enjoy your day? Did you have a good day? I had a good day. So these are all really important things. So the other thing I want to encourage you to do is to use that conversation for maybe even some of the more challenging things. When a parent asks you how your day was, what a chance to be open and honest about what things are going on. Share the positives, but it's okay to share the things that might be concerning, maybe challenging. That's okay too, because that's why they're there, to help you, love you, and guide you and give you good information, right? So one of the ways us grown-ups and us parents can protect is knowing what's going on. So finding out from our kids, that's the best information. And when we can't get it from our own kids, guess what? They got friends. Ha ha ha. Okay, no, just kidding. Not really. But we all know that young people do want an opportunity to share. So we've given you a stage. We're around the table. What a great place to do it. Nana just joined me on this stage. I don't think she's supposed to be on the table. Not sure. Anyways, I want you to think about that for a little while, okay? Because that's another sense of protective factor, all right? Third protective I want to talk about. So you're around the table, you got friends, family, food, talking about cool stuff, doing all the great things, right? Well, there's a great time to talk about maybe, like I said, the challenging things. Maybe you have questions about drugs and alcohol. Maybe you have questions about your body. Maybe you have questions about behaviors you've seen. Maybe you have questions about maybe some bullying you saw. Maybe you have some questions about just a great movie and you have a question about what it meant. Someone wrote in here things to talk about, the meaning of life. Maybe you have something like that. But this is a safe place. So a safe place for you to discuss and share those things, right? And that leads us to the third protective factor, having a sense of place and community. Your home, your family, with all the different people, thank you, Nana, that join in on that. Those are all important pieces of your community. Your home's number one. The dinner table, that's the center, right? For some people, that might be the couch, but you know what? Wherever that center is, there's your sense of place. If you feel a strong connection to your family, your home, and your community, and they feel a connection to you and you feel a part of it, guess what, guys? We have the magic trifecta of protective factors. Positive relationship with adults, positive relationship with peers, positive sense of place of home and community. Those are the things, those are the recipes of success. Like how I did that? Recipe, family dinner. Ha! I know. Hey, I try to make it entertaining, right? So, speaking of that, Nana's giving us a rendition of her and her barking chicken. That's her dinner. There you go. Okay. Now, I told you that this was going to be very simple, and we're already approaching 7:30. Can you believe it? See how much fun you have when you're having fun? Woo! All right. So we're coming to the end, okay? So I want to thank you guys for spending a little time with me, spending a little time with River. He's found something else to do. Our dog, Nana, our 5 rescued squirrels, our rescue rabbit, and our other dog, Mimi. My wife, Nicole's a busy person. We have a house or an ark. Tomato, tomato. Anyways, we're going to enjoy some nice homemade chicken soup from our bisabuelita, and that's what we're going to do after we're done here. So I want to thank everybody out there for being there. And you know what? 2 ways to say thank you. One, we're going to take a little survey to say goodbye, and I'm going to give away another $25 gift card. How cool is that? All right. So should we do survey or gift card first? Survey says, all right, we'll give something away. All right, here we go. Are we ready? Everyone's like, survey, gift card, survey. I'm just gonna give something away because it's fun. All right, the survey's gonna take us 5 seconds. Here we go. And Carolyn Mendez, congratulations. $25 Visa gift card coming to you. So don't forget, Angela's email's in there. Send her a little note with your address, and we're going to mail that to you. All right? Now the other dogs, the two dogs have decided to get together, and they're having their own discussion. Not quite. I think they're both want rubber chicken. Okay. Last part, our last survey. Are you ready? So same as before, you guys are pros now because you're pros at having dinner, you're pros at protective factors, and you're pros at having a good time. That is great. And some of you walked away with some coin. Even better. All right, here we go. So it's 5 questions again. They're going to sound pretty darn familiar. And same thing. You just put in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the corresponding number with the question. Here we go. Number 1. Now you've had your Strengthening Families dinner. How likely now are you to have family dinners at least once a week? 5, very likely. 4, likely. 3, somewhat likely. 2, likely. 1, unlikely. Simple, right? Number 2, how familiar are you now with community protective factors? 5, very familiar. 4, familiar. 3, somewhat familiar. 3, 4, familiar. 3, there's the 2 dogs now. Now they're really having fun. 3, not familiar or familiar. 2, not familiar. And 1, unfamiliar. Unfamiliar. Okay. Great. Number 3. Question number 3. I want to see where you guys are at now. Nature, very likely. 4, 3, somewhat likely. 2, likely. 1, unlikely at all. Okay? And the last one. And we had a little fun tonight. The last question, number 5. How likely are you to engage in a community creative activity as a family? All right. Number 5, very likely. Number 4, likely. 3, somewhat likely. Number 2, 2, not very likely. Or 1, unlikely. Not going to happen. Okay? That's it. That's the survey. You know what? You did such a good job. I think I need to give away another gift card. Wasn't even planning on it, but why not? All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here it is. Let me get my participants. And for another $25 gift card, here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. I have to look at it because it looks like my name, but it's not me. Here we are. Michaela Simeone. Michaela Simeone, congratulations. You have won as well. Don't forget, Michaela Simeone, please put your address, your actual physical address, and email that to Angela. All right? Okay, there we are. You did it. We got through dinner. Pretty cool. Now it's on to something even cooler. So our young people have been working really hard. Our Youth Leadership Institute, our Broward Youth Commission, right? They are amazing. The Youth Coalition, they do amazing things every day. You want to talk about protective factors? This is a positive peer group that work positively with adults, and they are connected to their community. Ha, trifecta, 1, 2, 3. And just so happens, we have, are you ready for this? A match set of 2 spectacular teens that have been working on this video presentation. It's about, I think it's like 15 minutes, maybe. Shorter than most things on YouTube, right? And it's going to talk about some of the positive things that they've been working on, the families have been working on, also some input from the youth here in the community. And to introduce that, we have, see, I make sure I get them in order, all right? We have Andrea and, of course, Angela Maria Ventura.
Thank you.
I hope you able to see them. You hope this, I can't see it, but look, see, it's 2 people. It's cool. Hi guys, how you doing?
Thank you, Micah. Not only did we all learn about protective factors, but we were all super entertained during the process. So thank you so much for that, Micah. So moving on. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Maria.
My name is Andrea.
And we are both members of the BYC, or the Broward Youth Coalition, and both of us put the video together for you guys. So we had the pleasure of seeing all your submissions, and we have to say that all of you have amazing talents. We were all super entertained, and we enjoyed watching all of your submissions. So before we get started, I want to let you know that there's two different videos. So the first one that I'm going to show you guys is a video of all the photo submissions, so like different artwork and stuff like that. And then the second video, it's a little longer, and it's a video of all of the video submissions, so like singing, like piano, which is super amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can all start. Sorry guys, just 1 second.
This is where you all can give a drum roll at home.
Okay, can everyone see now? So those were our amazing picture submissions, and now I'm going to show you guys the video with all of the video submissions.
We're in a time of peril and fear. I don't understand the cause of it all. And it's scary on paper, but I'll let the sun shine through. I know that it's hard, but it's what we have to do.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and I want to talk about finning. Finning is an incredibly cruel practice that is happening to sharks worldwide. It's when someone fishes a shark, brings it on board the boat, cuts off its fins, and throws the shark back into the ocean alive. Since most sharks need to keep swimming to breathe, they end up suffocating and dying. But if the shark happens to be one of the few sharks that can lay still and be able to breathe, like the nurse shark, it will probably starve to death because it can't move, or it will bleed out. About 100 million sharks die every year because of finning. That's about 3 sharks per second. The main reason for finning is because of shark fin soup, which is considered a luxury food in Asian countries. The fins of a shark are made out of cartilage and has no taste and zero nutritional value. Many people mistakenly believe that sharks don't get cancer, but they do. They think that if they eat shark fin soup or take shark liver oil capsules, they won't get cancer or will be cured of it, and that isn't true at all. If you want to help stop finning, send letters to your legislators demanding to pass bills to protect sharks. Thank you.
Hola, this is some improvisation for the piano that I made up after some practice.
Aquí está Tato diciendo que les va a mostrar algo de sus practice improvisaciones que hace.
Roots run deep into our veins. For centuries, our roots have sunk into our souls. Our African roots sink into our hearts and our voices. We've never stopped singing our roots. For 401 years since we've been stolen from our homeland, we've never stopped singing our roots. Even when our women were raped and our men slaughtered and lynched, we never stopped singing. Even when we were hosed down, degraded, treated like dogs, and attacked by dogs, we never stopped singing. Even when we were forced into the ghettos and our money stolen, snatched from our fingers, we never stopped singing. Even when we were silenced, we overpowered their system of hatred, made them release their suffocating grips from around our throats, and we kept singing. Even now, as our innocent brothers and sisters are murdered at the hands of those who have sworn to protect and serve, we shall see their faces. We will know their names. We will hear their voices. We will hear their song, the song we never stop singing from the start. Thank you.
Cristian Jones playing Car Box Rumble.
Hi, I like to play music. Here's a sample of what I played throughout the pandemic. The song is called Sonata in G Major.
Thank you guys for your amazing submissions.
Thank you, girls. Great job. All right, so now we are going to be inviting some of the creators to join us, and we sent them some questions. So we're going to be bringing Madison Roger. I have to give her, let me see. I'm going to promote her as panelist. Let's see, Madison. And I also will ask, hey, Madison, if you want to go ahead and start your, yeah, perfect, yes.
Hi, I'm Madison.
Madison. I'm going into 6th grade at Lions Creek Middle School, where I was just accepted to the Cambridge academic program. I'm so excited about that and for school to start, but a little sad it will be virtual. Being in quarantine has encouraged me to be creative. And in addition to the fun little products like the computer drawing I submitted for tonight, some other things I did this summer during the pandemic to keep me busy were learning to sew face masks and scrunchies and making these stickers. I've also been working toward my reading goal and finished several Sunshine State Young Readers books. And one I highly recommend is Deep Water by Waukee. Something else I recommend is Speech and Debate. There is a free online program, Great Debaters Online, with this monthly virtual tournament. I participated in both April and July, where I wrote speeches on Earth Day and Nelson Mandela. It's a great program for students from elementary to college levels to improve writing and speaking skills. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Now we will have Angeles Mejia Sierra. Angeles?
Good evening, you lovely people. My name is Angeles Mejia Sierra, and I am a 9th grader at Plantation High School. During this quarantine and the COVID-19 pandemic with the civil rights movement right outside our windows, things are extremely overwhelming. And it left me in an awful state mentally and emotionally. The only thing I could really do is write, and so I did. Would I say the coronavirus hindered or inspired my work? I would say both. Of course, I couldn't go anywhere, which allowed me to pick up a pen and never stop. But I also had an awful time trying to enjoy my work because of how terrible I felt. In the end, I just took breaks and gave myself time to write when I felt well enough to do it. Why poetry? Poetry is like a story, but more fun. You can get weird with it, write in patterns, be wacky, and just leave people stuck with a larger message with less words. After all, aren't you more interested in something that sounds better than a super long passage like this one? My mental health was suffering, and I had a poetry teacher, and she introduced me to the revolution of poetry. As for tips for the future and inspiring poets, just don't think too hard. Nothing has to be concrete. Just spit words onto a page and then edit it. Trust me, let ink spill from your pen and become who you want to be. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Angeles. That was amazing. And now we will have Danielle Mazzarella.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Danielle Mazzarella, and I'm a senior at Hollywood Hills High School. So to answer the questions, why I chose to sing as a way to express myself is because I use it as a stress reliever and I enjoy it. It makes me happy and helps me express my emotions, feelings, and thoughts more thoroughly. Why do I like to sing in Chinese? Well, to start, I go to Chinese school on Saturdays. This is where I learn to speak and sing in Chinese. I love to sing Chinese songs because they always tell a story about love or about Asian culture. There's always a deeper meaning behind the lyrics of the songs, so I can connect and relate to their messages on a whole other level. I like to sing in various other languages, such as Italian and Spanish, but none of them speak to me as much as Chinese does. I just love the culture and the rhythm of music, which is why I chose to sing in Chinese and continue to do so. What other things have you done during quarantine? I have done many things during quarantine. I just finished my last classes for high school graduation, and at the same time have been taking college classes. For my organization SAD, I had entered into the alcoholism SAD competition and submitted my video. I was a part of the virtual graduation at my school and Operation Gratitude, generating care packages to the military and first responders, while recruiting others to assist me with thank you notes. And I also did an intro video for Women of Tomorrow and SAD. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was great. And now, last but not least, Mark Gideon.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Gideon. I go to Coconut Creek High School. And so the question, to answer a question, why did I choose poetry and drawing as a way to express myself? So I choose poetry and drawing as a means to express myself because it takes away my unpleasant thought from my head, and it's also helped me to convey my feelings in a positive way, rather than bridging and letting stress and sadness or anger get the better of me. art and poetry, turn it into something else. So the COVID had inspired me, and we got to my poetry and drawing. It gave me thought about my art and my poem, and make me think about others' feeling while expressing myself. Either in a piece of art or when writing a poem, the COVID has an immense impact and on my moods. So a tip that I would give to anyone who would like to start writing or writing a poem or drawing, do a lot of do other type of art, is to com- compete only with yourself, because it is the best way to get stronger and be better and be your true self. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you. And now we will have our amazing Western Way co-chair, Beth Tache, with some important remarks. Go ahead, Beth.
Hey, everybody. I'm Beth. I am the chair of one of the United Way action groups called The Way, and I'm so excited to see you all here again for our part 2. I want to go ahead and do a shout out to 2 of the committee members, Annalisa and Brian, who came up with the idea to do the creative during COVID. Looks like it was a great idea. We got some amazing amazing pieces. There's a lot of talent out there. You guys should all be very proud. I want to go ahead and also thank Angela. Angela, thanks so much for leading the way and for the committee for putting this all together. I also wanted to say that we are going to be doing other events, so please look in your email for a follow-up. It's going to have resources in our next event as well. Also coming up in September is an event called the Broward Mental Health Summit, and it's a little bit different than this. It's geared towards the parents, and a lot of resources. Again, you'll find it on the email. It's the Broward Mental Health Summit. And a special thanks to the twins for putting together the video, and of course, Dr. Castellanos, and can't forget to thank Micah and his wonderful, fun, entertaining self. So I hope everybody had a great time. I think Micah might be coming back for his last moments here. I'm not sure. I think maybe.
Here I am.
We can't hear you, Micah.
The magic of Hey guys, first of all, I want to say, now. Am I on? Oh, wait. I just learned a new trick in Zoom. There's another button that keeps turning my sound off. Is it working? We're on? Okay. There's a little bell in the corner. I'm learning all kinds of tricks here. Okay, if you can all hear me. First of all, awesome job. You guys could just see how amazing our young people are, how creative they are. We have poets, we have writers, we have singers, we have piano players, we have visual artists, and everything in between. Incredible. So when you think about this time, it's a challenge time. We get it, but what do you do with that, right? You turn it around, you think of something positive, you get creative, you get involved, you explore all the cool things that you can do together as families, together as kids, together as friends, and together as communities. So we want to invite you all to be a part of this next time. There's going to be a next time. This stuff started to work really well. There's like a zillion of you on this thing tonight. This is great. That means people want to get engaged, have fun, and get connected. We can't connect in person yet, but we're going to be able to connect this way. So look forward to seeing everyone again. Beth, thanks for running this crew. Angela, people forget so much to thank our good friend Angela Ventura, who puts this stuff together and has been a dynamo for a long time. I know I've been doing this stuff for the commission for a long, long time, years and years, and Angela's been there every step of the way. So Angela, thank you so much for that. So much so that we've seen your kids grow up from little tiny people to great big impressive people. So it's been a real fun time. So everybody out there, have a great time today. And you know what we should do? I think we should give away another gift card. Ooh, okay, why not? Sounds like a good plan. Here we go. Pull up the old magical spinsy wheel. See, it pays to stay to the end. And Let's see here. It moved. I have a Mr. Anthony, drum roll please, back to me, Anthony Pierre Paul. Anthony Pierre Paul. Congratulations. You know the drill. Make sure you send your address right to Angela, and we're going to mail it to you. $25 Visa gift card. Spend wherever you want. Have fun with it. All right? So I'm going to turn it back over to Angela. Thanks again, everybody, for a great night. Look forward to doing it again. Be safe, be creative, be families, be awesome. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mike. And thank you all. Take good care of yourselves. Be safe. Wear your masks. Keep physical distance. Wash your hands. Remember, that's how doctors stay alive. All right? So thank you so much, and bye-bye. Have a good day, and have an amazing night. Bye-bye.